If your JEE main exam is on 28 Jan, this video is for you. Here we have derived what are the questions they have asked in last shifts and comparing with the previous year papers, what are the important concepts are repeating again and again, and what changes we saw in these shifts of 2026 January attempt. Okay, this video is for you. People who already wrote the exam, stay tuned. We are going to release in 60 days plan for the April attempt to significantly boost your exam score. Okay, significantly boost your percentile. Okay, let's get started with the physical chemistry. These are based on the questions, but it may change. But what I am recommending you is first master these concepts, then move on to the other concepts, other important concepts. Okay, first of all, physical chemistry formulas. As I always say, formulas are super important. You have to know how to apply it. How will you know? You have to solve the problems. What are the formulas are important over here? In atomic structure, you must have seen the radius energy related problems, particularly Bohr questions, right? That one, and velocity, don't skip these. And also the simple questions like quantum numbers, azimuthal, principle, simple questions were asked, right? And Borbari rule. Talking about solutions, there are only very few formulas in solution. Very easy chapter in physical chemistry, right? So revise all the formulas in solutions, solve the problems based on it. Check with the 1/2 factor. They have asked very simple but effective questions on this in the last 2-3 days of examination, right? So next one, that is electrochemistry part. Nernst equation is super important. As I always say, that is the star. And also pH dependent cell potentials. Sometimes they are asking question in theoretical part as well. Okay, which of the following statements are right or incorrect in that case? And the thermodynamics, this equation related to the equilibrium, that is also important. In kinetics, zero order reaction, first order, both are super important, which connects with the half-life. And also Arrhenius equation using two temperatures, K1, K2, T1, T2, that is also super important. Then comes inorganic chemistry. That will give you free marks, absolute free marks. It's like a do or die, where either you know the answer or don't know. Either you know these exceptions or don't know, right? So what you can do is, in case of P block, just focus on the exceptions. Okay, particularly on group 15, 16 and 17. So many questions were asked. In each of the paper, the questions were asked from this. So what are the exceptions in ionization enthalpy, atomic radii, ionic radii, and electron gain enthalpies, hydrates of 15, 16, 17, all these are super important, which will give you absolute free marks. Then D and F block, they are asking more about how this conversion happens. KMNO4 in acidic medium, what happened, basic medium, what happened, neutral, how the oxidation change happens. Similarly for K2Cr2O7, what is the change? In yesterday's paper also they have asked the same, right? So this includes some theoretical part, preparation or the structure, some reactions also. So this reacts, K2Cr2O7 reacts with this one, acid to give what? That reacts with bases. What is the structure of that? Okay, those kind of structures like CrO5, the butterfly structure, what is the oxidation state over there? Those type of questions. And then sometimes they are asking the electronic configuration based problems. In shift 2, you remember the D10 configuration, right? So those questions, and how the atomic radii changes due to the lambda contraction, actinide contraction or D block contraction, how the exception happens over there. Exceptions equal to marks. Okay. Then inorganic chemistry, these things, CFT, hybridization, shape, magnetic moment, absolute free marks, right? And then you have to know about the spectrochemical series, of course, you to do the calculation part, right? So this you know already. Then comes organic chemistry. Organic chemistry, surprisingly this year they have been asking more questions on amines. Okay, amines conversion. So Hofmann bromide degradation, coupling reaction, carbylamine reactions. Okay, so and then diazonium reaction, those are super important. In carbonyl reductions, aldol condensation, they asked many times. In yesterday's paper also, they have asked this conversion, A plus B gives what? What are all the mix match can't happen in aldol condensation. Similarly, check out with the kinase reaction. And all those tests. Okay, this tolerance reagents, right? So reagents, tolerance reagent, what is the Etard process, what is the reagent is used. So those reagents, named reaction reagents are super important. Test with the reagent. Just they can ask you match the following column with the reagent. Okay, Clemmensen reduction, Wolff-Kirchner reduction have been asked. And also, they are asking questions in POC also. Okay, percentage of sulfur, percentage of chlorine. Okay, sometimes what they are doing, they'll take a organic reaction and asking you to calculate the percentage of the end product. Okay, how much that is formed. And pKa logic in equilibrium linked with organic chemistry. Okay, and acidity comparison. And in few question paper they have asked chromatography, distillation, that techniques. If you're thorough with this NCRT stuff, that is more than enough. Okay, so these are the things you have to take care for the Jan 28 shift. So guys, whoever already done with the exam, what we have to do, that we are going to release a 60 days study plan for April attempt to increase the score, increase your percentile significantly. You're going to release very soon, tomorrow. So please do check out, please stay tuned. Now what you can do is, don't take any new chapters, just revise. This is for upcoming test, 28. Revise the formulas, practice the question. Practice, practice, practice. Not 1 or 2 questions, but many questions you can. Okay, so I wish you very all the best. Best of luck for you guys.